What's up, Sheepdog Nation? Another podcast coming at you from Autumn when she's deep in thought in her car. I hope that you are well, but I got some things we're going to talk about real quickly. We're just going to dive right into it. But before we do, I'd like to let you know that this episode is sponsored by my course called Become a Life Coach for First Responders. It's the only course like it. It's the only opportunity you're going to have to learn from me or somebody like me. There is nobody like me who's been out here doing the thing, coaching for the last 7 years, coaching first responders for almost the last 4 years, just first responders, who's a cop herself, who is a police wife herself, who's out here doing the damn thing, changing lives, reaching thousands and thousands of people all across the world. And I've really learned how to dial in and hone in my craft. And I'm offering you the opportunity to come and learn. I'm going to literally give you the tools of the trade. I'm going to give you absolutely everything that you need to learn how to go out and you can create a business if you'd like. In fact, all of my students receive a discount on a 50% discount on my business course that comes after this, after the life coaching course. You can get in there and become, your go-to person for your agency. You can get into agencies and coach, or maybe you're a police spouse or a police officer yourself and you want to take it because you want to learn more about you and how to handle your coworkers or your spouse, etc. This is for the person who is not all show and no go. All right. And that leads me into tonight's conversation. It's tonight for me. I don't know when you're going to be listening to this, but something really big on my mind. I had a conversation with a widow, a police spouse widow who her husband took his own life, and it is I have the honor to actually interview her next month. So I'm really excited for you to listen to this story because I've heard a lot of things. I've talked to a lot of people. This woman, I like her. She's real deal. She's no bullshit. And she does a lot of shit unconventionally, just like me, which obviously we know. I love that. So I'm really excited for that episode. But her and I talked, actually, we had a meeting yesterday, and what we thought might have been just a 15, 20-minute meeting turned into over an hour long conversation. And her and I were just the same on so many levels, so many pages. And one thing that I want to talk to you about, and this came straight from a woman who lost her husband. He put in a 30-year law enforcement career and then took his own life. And then now she's resilient and she's out, created a company. It's called Pause First. And she's at a Pause First Academy, I believe. Anyway, she's out here and she's teaching. She's talking, and she's talking to spouses. She's talking to agencies. She's actually talking to different corporations, talking about, what we can be doing. And I really was inspired by her because a lot of people take the most traumatizing, the worst situations, the worst scenarios that any of us could even imagine, and we allow them to define us. And I'm not shitting on anybody who has gone through serious trauma like that and has been unable to get out of the grief or get out of what you're going through. I'm not talking shit, but what I am saying is I have so much respect for somebody who does that, who hits their rock bottom and bounces back and is like, I'm here and I'm gonna take what I learned and I'm gonna apply it. And I'm going to be somebody, and I'm going to change lives. And one thing that her and I talked about was this whole idea of this whole realm, okay? We have a bunch of people talking about resiliency, and I got a course called The Resilient First Responder. She's got a fucking clubhouse room called The Resilient First Responder, right? Like, the term resiliency is really getting overused, And there's a lot of people who think they actually give a fuck about law enforcement mental health, but they don't. They don't. And it really fucking pisses me off, okay? And I'm going to tell you why it pisses me off. Is because I don't need any phony and bullshit motherfuckers out there giving me, someone who is real as they come, ask any of my retreat members. They come, they meet me in person, and I am the exact same person who you're talking to right now. The girl who's in your ears right this second, I'm the exact same. When you come onto my Instagram, when you come onto my LinkedIn, when you come onto my Facebook, when you, whatever, wherever we are, or when we hang out and we meet in person, I'm the exact fucking same. I don't change. And my mission and my passion is the exact same. My message is the same. You can survive, I want you to survive the job, on duty and off. The job is not you. Do not allow the job to define you. You are so much more than the job. And my overarching message is literally fuck what anybody else tells you and fuck what they think. You're living a life that is a beautiful life that you are here to create. Okay? You are here to create a life. It is not created before you where you think that you need to go and like live up to some sort of expectations. That's a bunch of bullshit. You are here to create a life and be the most happiest person you can be, because when you're happy, you get to be the vessel for God, for the universe. You get to be a vessel. You get to be the conduit of the good, amazing energy. But when you are miserable, when you are depressed, when you are anxiety stricken, when you are angry all the time, you are not a fucking conduit, okay? You are part of the problem. And I want to say there's a bunch of bullshit being spewed right now in the industry. And I'm going to be straight. I can't even think of anybody off the top of my head. So this isn't like pointing on anybody. But like, I just know that there are people who are like, I am all about police, mental health, helping first responders. But then they're just regurgitating bullshit. You come and you hang out with me for 5 seconds, and if you listen to my podcast more than just this episode, that you would get to know, like, I'm so unconventional. I'm so out of the box. I'm over here like, yo, I'm going way deeper than, hey, let's meditate. Although everyone knows meditation is a big part of my life. Meditation is a big part of what has saved my life. Okay. And it is a big part of what has changed me from the inside out. That is very, very, very true. Okay? That's not a lie. So do I advocate for it? Yes. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I am a master at teaching you how to change your mind, change your thoughts, change your perspective. That is real shit. I'm a master at teaching you how to change your physiology, right? Like, move your body, move your energy. I'm a master. That's what I'm really good at. I'm not a master at all the things, but what I have honed in on, what I'm really good at is I'm really damn good at being a coach, and I care, right? And so at the end of the day, I know you're like, all right, why am I listening to all about you? Well, I'm telling you about me because I want you to reflect about you. I want you to go and look in that mirror that, David Goggins talks about, right? Accountability mirror. I've even created an episode about this. I want you to go look in the accountability mirror, and I want you to get really fucking real with yourself. You hear me say this a lot. This is one of my phrases, and I don't think I'll ever stop using it. You're either SWAT or you're not. All right. What does that mean? You're either fucking all in or you're not. And that's it. You're either all about, helping people or you're not, and that's fine. A lot of you who are listening to this, you are. You're all about helping people because you're in some sort of service. You are serving the world. If you are regurgitating bullshit, if you're just telling people to go meditate, if you're telling people that they need to talk to people, we need the peer mediator or peer fucking support team, or it's good to go see a counselor. Well, go fucking sell that to someone who's going to buy it. And let me tell you something right now. It ain't a fucking cop. We can smell bullshit a fucking mile away because that's what our job is. Our job, we know we get lied to 95% of the time. So we know, right? And we aren't going to go and talk to somebody who doesn't understand us. It doesn't matter how many. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if It just doesn't matter if our agency's going to pay for it, if our agency suggests it or whatever, if our coworker, it just doesn't matter. I just know the culture. I know us. And I want to tell you this. I'm not condoning that. I fucking went to a counselor. Hell, I've been in counseling on and off couple times throughout my life. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, we need that. We need that. I'm just saying that if you actually care about the people, if you actually care about our first responders, if you are somebody who's a real advocate, you're creating change and you're doing something differently. You're doing things differently. You're reinventing peer-to-peer support, whatever the fuck that even means. And I know you're like, Autumn, I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't believe in it. I just don't. I think you will never convince me that interdepartmental peer mediator, peer support, whatever the fuck is going to work. It is not going to work because I'm not going to go and vent to Johnny who knows. I'm not going to go and tell Johnny everything about me so he can go tell Bobby, Billy, and fucking Susie and they're all in my PD and now they all know everything. I don't care. Sworn to secrecy, my ass. Now, we set up something about like with another agency, the one way across town, that they don't know me and I don't know them and I don't give a fuck what they know about me. Yeah, maybe I go talk to a cop from there, right? Definitely not one within my agency, especially if that's going to fucking have any kind of influence on me getting promoted or whatever, right? And you're the same way. You're the same exact way. We all are. But for some reason, we're just all going to, on social media, oh, yeah, peer support. Yeah, get on the peer support team. It's big. It's big. Well, it's big for somebody who fucking uses it, but I don't know a whole lot that use it. And I know that my DMs are going to get flooded by some people saying, yeah, I used it. Yes, there are some times where it really works, right? Here's what I think, okay? You want to know what I think? I'm going to tell you what I think. And it's not a very unpopular opinion, but peer support doesn't work. You want to know, like, peer support teams. You don't need training to go be a fucking good coworker. You don't need training to go be a good human being. Stop stabbing each other in the back. Stop talking shit. Stop being so fucking insecure with yourself that you got to go shit on somebody else in order to make yourself feel good. You want to make change? You want to see change? Be the fucking change. Be the change. Shut your fucking mouth. Call somebody, call your spouse, call your best friend, and you can bitch about the people you work with, but do not bitch about those people to the people that you work with. I used to make those mistakes. I am not fucking saying I'm above it. I'm just telling you I've learned from my mistakes, and I now know that was not what was needed. I was perpetuating the disgusting, toxic culture that is literally killing. It is fucking killing us. These numbers are in droves because there's a lot of suicides that are going underreported. And I just think it's important. We just need a whole new culture. I mean, that's why, we need a culture shock. We need a culture shift. We need a culture change. And guess what? You and I, we can do that. We can be the change. You're the SWAT or you're not. You're either going to be the change or you're not. But you got to go look in that accountability mirror, all right? You got to ask yourself, what are you doing? Are you adding to the culture change, or are you perpetuating the bullshit one? Get real. Get honest. And if you ever just want to know, go ask your spouse, because they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you shit you don't want to know. They'll tell you the truth. We need change, but we need people like you. The people who are listening to this podcast, we need you to be the change. We need you to, instead of busting everybody's balls, fucking support them. Okay? Listen, there's one last thing I'm going to say. There's one thing, that the woman who I talked to yesterday, I'm just not telling you her name on purpose, because I cannot wait for her and I to sit down and talk, and for you guys to hear this whole story. It's going to be fucking badass. It's going to happen in August. Okay, so listen. One thing that she said, and it resonated with me on such a fucking deep level, was this, is every cop thinks that how they feel and what they are going through is they're the only one. There's nobody else who feels the way that they feel, and there's nobody else going through what they're going through. That's what every cop thinks. Can I tell you how much bullshit that is? Can I tell you what a lie that is? It's a big lie. I'm going to seize. Excuse me. It's a big, 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 big lie. We're all going through it. That anger, that deep fucking anger you have, we all have it. That frustration, you just feel like you cannot win. You feel like all you're doing is treading water. You feel like you have the answers, but why in the fuck is nobody listening to you? You feel unheard. You feel like nobody gives a fuck. You feel like nobody understands you. You go home and all you want to do is sleep. You go home and all you want to do is veg the fuck out. You don't want to deal with life's problems. You don't want to help fix up the house. You don't want to help fucking tuck your kids into bed. You don't want to help handle any problems at the house. Because all you do is solve problems all day long. Right? You're burned out. You think you're alone? You think everybody hates you. You feel left out. You think you're alone? You're not. Nope. I'll tell you this right now. I've coached hundreds and hundreds of fucking first responders, and every single cop, male or female, feels the exact same way. Exact. At one time or another, or they have this overarching, they just feel like that consistently. They feel the exact same. Just so you know. You're not different. You're the same. You're like the rest of us. So, the question is what are you going to do about it? You're either SWAT or you're not. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. You're either someone who's fucking real or you're a fucking phony. And that goes for cops, too. People think just because, I'm pro-cop and I back the blue that I'm not going to fucking call a spade. But I'll tell you right now, I'll be the first one to call any of you motherfuckers right out. Because I'll be the first to call myself out. I'm not fake. I don't want you to be fake. I don't like that. There's nothing worse that a good cop hates, right? Is a bad cop, right? That's the truth. We hate that. I don't believe that you're a bad cop. I don't believe there's bad cops listening to my podcast. I just don't. I'm just saying, be a part of the change. I know I'm going on a riff. I'm going everywhere. I'm literally just fucking spewing from my heart right now. I'm just telling you how I feel. This is just how I feel. I don't even know. This is pure from the heart. But I'm just telling you, I want you to reflect on who you really are, what you're meant to be, why you're here. And I want to know, are you helping change the culture or not? That's what I want to know. Are you helping? Are you helping be a part of the change or are you not? It's really important. I hope you're a part of the change. If you want to and you don't know what to do, then come get my life coaching course. Legit, seriously, I'm going to tell you right now. That course, I have over 20 alumni who have come in. First time I ever taught it was last January. They came in. Nobody knew what to expect. I didn't even know what to expect. I left. I now have coaches in agencies, in fire departments, coaching dispatchers. I've got podcasters who are coaches. I've got a police wife who's the head of a nonprofit that helps police wives, and she's a coach. I mean, I've got police officers in there. I mean, you name it, they're all in there. And I've got people who aren't. I've got a behavioral analysis. She's in there. I have analysts. I always say analysis. A behavioral analyst. She's in there. Fuck, I certified she's a personal stylist. Her daughter's in the military and she's really pro first responder, and she saw my course and she's like, I want to be a first responder. I mean, check that. She goes, I want to be a life coach, and I really, love you, and I want to take this course, and she did, and so we have people, and I have she's a financial guru, and she's a kid of a cop. She's not out there coaching cops, but this course is so fundamental. You're learning how to relate to people, how to help people from a cop who knows. I know I really can get on a level with people that most people can't. I can relate. I know how to talk to people. I know how to coach people. If there's anything I know how to do, is I know how to coach people. That is what I'm excellent at, and I want to teach you how to do it. Come get certified. You're going to come get certified through my company. You're going to be in forever. You're going to be able to take the course as many times as you want. You're going to be able to get privy to all new information. Once you are in with me for life, okay? You can come, you go to autumnclifford.com autumn-life-coaching. Go to my website, autumnclifford.com. Go to my Instagram at Officer Autumn. Go click the link on the bio. Or you go right down to the show notes, click the link. It'll be right there. Come join us, okay? Bonuses are running out. If you're listening to this right now, and it's before Sunday, August 1st, get your ass in there, because Sunday, August 1st, I'm doing one of the only live trainings. This whole course is self-paced, but we're going to be doing one of the live trainings. You want to be there. You're going to want to be with me. I'm telling you, the energy is going to be off the scale. It's going to be amazing. You're going to want to be in it. If you get in and you're one of the first 5 people to get in, 5 or 10 people, I can't remember, that there's bonuses that are still active. You want to go get these bonus trainings, how to be effective. I've got some coaching material in there. You're going to dissect coaching calls. You're going to listen to me actually coach people. Go get in there. Okay? You're the SWAT or you're not. I love you. You got this. Be safe.